we're going to celebrate pioneers this week. So we've got our little pioneer hats. We're going to sing some pioneer songs, and we're going to tell a couple of stories. And first off, when the pioneers were traveling to Utah to have a place where they could worship freely, they had to cross the plains, and it was a long time to cross the plains. And they had to cross the plains with something to help them. Do we know what they used to help them?
A wagon.
A wagon or a hand cart. So we're going to put up what could be either a wagon or a hand cart right here. And will you help me put up the wheels?
Yeah.
Okay, here's one wheel. And sometimes the hand carts used wagons, but some of them were not able to afford a wagon, or they didn't even have the materials to make wagons. So they came up with an idea of a hand cart, when they put a little thing at the front and they push their hand cart along. So we're going to sing a song about hand carts. And for this song, we're going to do some actions, okay? And this is how it goes. When pioneers move to the west, well, west, whatever way west is, when pioneers move to the west, use your thumb, with courage strong, see these muscles? They met the test, and they pushed their hand carts all day long, and as they pushed, they sang this song. Now this means sing in sign language. It's like you're reading a book and singing and leading a song. They sang this song. For some must push and some must pull, as we go marching up the hill. So merrily means happily, merrily on our way we go until we reach the valley-o. Now valley starts with a V, so show me a V, and valley-o, we're going to make an O. O like this, with your hands together. Oh, okay. So we're going to sing that song and do the actions together. Okay, ready? And the pioneers moved to the west with courage strong. They met the test. They pushed their hand carts all day long, and as they pushed, they sang this song. For some must push and some must pull, as we go marching up the hill, and merrily on our way we go until we reach the valley-o. Can we do it one more time?
Yeah.
Yeah, for one more time?
Yeah.
Yeah, now that we've got the actions down, I know how it goes. One more time. When pioneers moved to the west with courage strong, they met the test. They pushed their hand carts all day long, and as they pushed, they sang this song. For some must push and some must pull, as we go marching up the hill, and merrily on our way we go until we reach the valley-o. Awesome! So we've got our hand cart here, or wagon, okay? And with our hand cart or wagon, let's pretend like this is a wagon. Evelyn, what did they use to push or to pull the wagon along?
An ox.
An ox, or sometimes oxen with more than one, right? So these oxen are big and strong, and they had to carry a lot of the pioneers' stuff. A lot of anything they had in their wagon, these oxen needed to pull it, right? And they were so big and they were so strong that they were a little bit slow. And so we're going to sing a song about the oxen and how slow they are. And when you're singing this song, we're going to sing it and pretend like we're the oxen, and we're going to rock back and forth slowly. And we're going to sing this song with the deep oxen voice. So kind of like a deep voice like this, okay? So we're gonna rock back and forth while we're singing the ox cart. Here it is. Here comes the ox cart, oh how slow. It's pulled by an ox, of course you know. The wheels creak as they roll up the hill. Creak, 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 creak is their song. Whoa, that was a really deep version of the ox cart. Way to go. Kind of hard to sing that low, but we did our best, right? The wind wheels just creaked as they rolled along. Okay, then with our hand cart, we're missing some pretty important things.
Yeah.
With our thing here, and one of the majorly important things is that families would travel west together. And so that would mean that there would be moms and dads and
Pioneers.
kids. And these pioneer kids would walk along next to the cart. They often didn't get to ride very much because there wasn't a lot of room in the carts and it would weigh down the oxen. So the pioneer children had to walk. What would you do if you had to walk and walk and walk and walk?
Keep walking.
Keep walking? It might get a little boring, right? So sometimes these pioneer children would sing as they walked and walked and walked and walked. Have you ever been on a long drive and we sing in the car?
No.
Yes, sometimes when we're on a really long drive, we sing in the car and have fun songs. This is what the children would do when they're walking. So these kids, pioneer children, would sing as they walked and walked and walked and walked. And we're going to sing this song with a little bit of fun with it. Every time, this song has walk in it like a million times because that's what the children have to do is walk a million times. And so when we sing walk, we're going to either sit down or we're going to stand up. We've done this before. Maybe you remember. Sometimes I mess up on this. So try to do it right and you don't necessarily have to follow me. We say walk and walk and walk and walk. Okay? We'll try it. We'll do our best. And then there's a part in the song where we can act out. They washed at streams. They worked like a hammer. They worked. And they played like a skip. Okay? Sundays, they camped and read. Probably reading their scriptures. And they prayed. Okay? So that's the part that we're going to act out. The rest of it, we're going to do walk, 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 walk. Okay? Got it? Make sense? Okay. Here we go. Okay, good luck. Pioneer children sing as they walk and walk and walk and walk. Pioneer children sing as they walk and walk and walk and walk. They washed at streams and worked and played. Sundays they camped and read and prayed. Week after week they sang as they walked and walked and walked and walked and walked. How did we do? Did we do okay?
Yeah.
Good. That was fun. I forgot to probably tell you we should start standing, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure you did fabulous. Okay, what are we missing now on our wagons? If this is a wagon, we've got oxen.
The top.
The top, the covering. They covered their stuff up to protect it from the sun and the rain and all of those things. So we have a cover for our wagon. And for this part, I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story about a little boy whose name was Brigham Henry Roberts. So we had a similar name to Brigham Young, but not Brigham Young. This was Brigham Henry Roberts. Brigham Henry Roberts was a young boy who traveled west with his family. They had a lot of adventures. You can imagine on the road, they had a lot of adventures. But sometimes he got so tired of walking. And one time, he decided he was going to sneak into the wagon without anyone knowing. So he had to sneak in the wagon because if he got caught, they would tell him, "Get out, you gotta walk." So he snuck into the wagon and he found a barrel to hide in. He got in this barrel, and when he got inside, he realized there was something at the bottom of it. Molasses. Do you know what molasses is?
No.
It's like honey, but thicker. It's dark and sticky and syrupy.
Oh no, he's gonna get stuck.
Well, he didn't want to leave because he wanted a break from walking. And so he sat in the barrel, and before long, guess what? He fell asleep in the molasses. And so he fell asleep in the molasses, and then after a few hours, he woke up and he realized, I fell asleep in the molasses inside the wagon. He got out, and as he was walking around with these sticky trousers and sticky feet, people saw what had happened and they thought it was so funny. He did get in a little bit of trouble, but they thought it was so funny. But there was no wagon and no stream for him to go wash off in. So he had to walk around with that molasses until they camped at night where he could find a stream and wash out in. So that's the story of Brigham Henry Roberts hiding under the covered wagon. All right. So we've got all of our pioneer stories. I'm sure you've heard of some stories. I'm sure that you know about these pioneers who traveled west. Now, how are we supposed to be like pioneers? Do we have to push a handcart to be a pioneer?
No.
No, we don't have to be a handcart to push, or we don't have to be a pioneer to push a handcart. Do we have to leave our family to go west to be a pioneer?
No.
No, we don't. You don't have to push a handcart or leave your family dear. Do we have to walk 1,000 miles or more?
No.
No, we don't have to walk 1,000 miles or more to be a pioneer. But to be a pioneer, you need to have great courage. These people had so much great courage, the pioneers. You have to have faith to conquer fear. That means that you have to be okay. Like, things could be really scary, but you've got to have faith anyway. And work with might for a cause that's right to be a pioneer. So you and I can be a pioneer. We have to have courage. We have to have faith. We have to work. And then we can be a pioneer. We're going to sing this song together about being a pioneer. Okay, I'm so sorry. We're going to start it one more time because I didn't have the right part up. Okay, here we go again. You don't have to push a handcart. Ready? Now let's see if I can get it going. Here we go. You don't have to push a handcart, leave your family dear, or walk 1,000 miles or more to be a pioneer. You do have to have great courage, faith to conquer fear, and work with might for a cause that's right to be a pioneer. Okay, you may not know this song. That's okay. There's another part to the song that's kind of fun to do. And it's, we are marching, ever marching. We are marching, ever marching. Marching onward, ever onward. We are pioneers were marching. Should we do that?
Yeah.
Instead of singing this part, let's sing the marching part, okay? Try it. See what you think. Ready? We are marching, ever marching. We are marching, ever marching. Marching onward, ever onward. We are pioneers, we're marching. We are marching, ever marching. We are marching, ever marching. Marching onward, ever onward. We are pioneers. Woohoo! That was awesome. So, whether or not we have a handcart or a wagon, which we don't, we can still be pioneers. We can still follow their example and do what's right and be as courageous as they were and try not to complain even when we have to walk and walk and walk and walk or do chores all day. We can be just like the pioneers and have courage and be strong and do what's right just for our testimony, just because we know that it's the right thing to do. Thanks for joining us today with our Pioneer celebrations, and we hope you have a great week.